run for president, but I know that they're there.
Tom, I would have been a better candidate than the two that are running.
I've been getting some information.
It's not
here.
too late.
Well, we got some write-ins there, you might have.
I've been getting some information here, and it seems that both the Republicans have rejected to keep control of the House, and in all likelihood, there's a 69% chance they'll retain control of the Senate now.
I like this guy.
Which means that if
So at what point do I get a Democratic ally on
so
this board?
if you have a Democratic president, I don't know if it's going to be what we've seen the last 4 years.
It's trending right now. It's looking pretty good for her.
Yeah, just a stalemate. They've said here that Trump is leading in Florida, and doing better than expected in some other places. So it's
early.
yeah, it's still very early, but I'm just concerned, to address issues. If they're going to be able, if Hillary Clinton should win, is she going to be able to forge an line, a working relationship with Congress if both houses are controlled by the Republicans?
I think it's going to be fascinating to watch. We're calling Jack Lewis right now while we still have Mr. Santacandro with us. Just punch him up. What are your thoughts on the state rep race between Yolanda and Jack Lewis?
Well, I think the biggest story right now is that it was a great race, and it was a very straightforward policy race.
Hi, Mr. Lewis, Brett Walker here, along with Terry Hendricks and John Featherston, Peter Chisholm, and of course the much exalted Tom Santacandro. You're on All Politics is Local.
Excellent. How are you all doing?
Very well.
How was
We're
your
doing
day?
well.
Very well, Jack.
Oh, we're up late, getting ready for today, and got up early to get to the polls, and worked right up till 7:59.
So what'd you think? What are your thoughts?
We're optimistic going into getting these results in over the next couple of minutes. It's been a great 10 months working in the community, listening to more residents about what they're looking for in a state representative, and soon we'll know what happens.
Well, you've definitely worked hard. What was the most surprising aspect of your race?
Surprising aspect. So I think when you start a campaign back in winter, and you're focused on a primary campaign, and then you change gears to a general, there's lots of things along the way that have come up. Conversations have shifted as both the national and the statewide conversations have changed. But I think for the most part, I've just been very grateful for the roller coaster ride that is running for political office, and through it all, I've had a great group of volunteers and supporters by my side, pushing me to keep going to another 50 or 100 doors, and we'll see tonight how all of our work paid off.
Jack, this is Peter Chisholm Golly, and as you know, I spent about 5 hours at the polls today holding a Jack Lewis sign, and I can remember you mentioned about campaigning in the winter. I remember last Christmas, just before we were getting Christmas cards in the mail, we got a card from Jack Lewis addressed to my wife, and 'cause she's on the Democratic Town Committee, and she said, "Who's Jack Lewis?" And I said, "He's a candidate for state representative." So how do you know? He said, "Why else would he be sending a Christmas card?" And I want to just congratulate you. You've come a long way, and we'll see how you do this today. I know that you have a lot of support in town as well as in Framingham, and I know that you're probably you put a tremendous amount of work into this, and we're just waiting the results as you are.
Yeah, you've definitely worked hard. How about you, Terry, from the opposing viewpoint?
Well, certainly, if you're driving around Framingham, there's a Jack Lewis sign every third house. So, either he's got the little elves planting signs out in people's yards without their permission, or he's done a lot of work talking to people. I think it's the latter, certainly. So I think Framingham being his hometown, he'll certainly get a landslide there. I think.
I would think.
Ashland's going to be different. There's a lot of support here for Jack Lewis in Ashland, but there's a lot of support for Yolanda being in her hometown. So we'll see. And the 7th Middlesex part of Framingham has got some unique dynamics there, as Tom certainly is aware of.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
How about you, Brett? What are your thoughts on the race?
I'm calling this 10 points for Lewis. When we
Write that down.
I'd say there you go. I'm calling it 10 points for Lewis. I think he played a masterful ground game. There were he had a lot of volunteers out doing a whole heck of a lot of work. They were in a lot of places, and it was a very energetic campaign. I think that he ran this campaign about as well as it can be run, and I wish you the very best of luck as the results come in here.
Yeah, certainly from the opposing side, best of luck either way, because
sure.
certainly if you win, I want you to be successful. If you lose,
Yeah, we all
try
benefit.
again.
Yeah, we all benefit.
Try again.
But I got to tell you, I've been very impressed by your work ethic. You've been everywhere, and you should be commended for that. Closing thoughts, and we'll throw it to Mr. Santacandro for closing thoughts on the race.
Closing thoughts. I agree with what everybody said. Obviously, Jack's politics line up very closely to mine. We look at the world the same way. I served with Yolanda on school committee for a few years. I've known Yolanda for a number of years. Extremely bright, professional, experienced, ran a great campaign. But I was supporting Jack Lewis because we aligned closely on our worldview, and what he was talking about policy and the kind of things that he's talking about and the way he wanted to move ahead really closely aligned with my worldview. And that's why I supported Jack. I think that the two of them ran a great campaign, and it was a very straightforward campaign. There wasn't mudslinging, there wasn't dirt, there was no nastiness in a campaign, which is now an extremely, extremely rare occurrence. And I think that's the number one story coming out of this race right now, is that this was a strong campaign by two very competent, classy candidates that ran a great campaign, both of them. And we'll see what the voters do. If I'm going to get to make a prediction, I would actually do better than what Brett's saying. I think the
So
margins.
you're taking the over.
I would take the over. Yeah, we're going to do an over. That's exactly.
We're gonna write it down. What
I
is
wanted to phrase it.
got?
I would do the over. Yeah, I would expect.
So 10 plus, we're going to call it. Okay.
10 plus, 10 plus, yeah. See, that's,
Wait, no, what is
you
it?
set
You
the
can't-
standard.
Come on,
I've been in office 12 years. I do know
So
something.
would you say more than 15? Would you say more than 18?
Yeah, I would
the price
actually.
is right. You can't
want
call
it?
$1.
All right, if you want a number, I'd say somewhere between. I would expect.
I want
he's gonna
decisiveness.
take,
That's what I want.
65 to 67% of the vote.
65,
Okay, but wait,
67.
no, that's a different thing though, because remember we got a three
I'm
three
still on the
candidates.
three-way.
Well,
So,
three-way.
so when you say
Three-way.
65% of the vote,
Yeah.
so
that's pretty-
but you're not telling us how many points. So I mean,
Oh,
we'll go with
I,
this.
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, Jack, are you still with
I
us?
think I think it's
I
challenging.
am. I'm
for-
writing down all these wagers.
Yeah, write them all down. Write them all down.
This
Hey,
isn't really a money wager. Yeah.
What's the plan for the rest of your evening? The results aren't in yet, but so what's your plan for the rest of the evening? How can people participate?
So we're gonna, a small group of us, my family, is gathered to get the results at the house, and then we're gonna, after this, come in, go over to the Democratic campaigns, or the coordinated campaign here in Framingham, to continue watching results from across the states and from across the nation, and hopefully join in the celebration if we are so fortunate. But I just really want to say again, in the primary, I got to know both you, Brett, and Phil better, and I think we ran a very clean campaign that I think all of us had people comment to us about how solid of a campaign we all ran, but how cordial we were throughout the whole thing. And I can say that I was optimistic that after the primary that would continue into the general, and I just want to say I'm grateful to both Yolanda and Cliff for running good campaigns, but also campaigns that stayed on the issues. And I think it was Tom that said just moments ago that that's not very common anymore. And so regardless of where the results come in tonight, and I think we've all ran a great race, and I'm proud of the race that I've been able to run. I didn't have a chance to get to know Yolanda in the same way over the election that I did both Phil and Brett, but win or lose, my first thing I want to do is get to know both Yolanda and Cliff better. And whichever one of us calls the other one tonight, the thing that I'll be asking for is whenever we're all ready to sit down and grab coffee or lunch, because my hope is that no matter which one of us is elected to be state rep, and the other person will have a partner in the community to continue to work in the best interest of Ashland and Framingham.
Well, that's very nice. All right, well, we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much, and thanks for calling me to be on the show. We'll all be in touch soon.
Thank you. Good luck. Mr. Sanacandro, before we let you run, we got 4 important ballot issues. You must have some
Yes.
thoughts on those. Would you want to?